Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, about 8 political parties threatened to walk out of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party if they are not going to be listened to. They had their grievances and they were complaining about lack of inclusivity in Azimio coalition. Number 2, they talked about being sidelined. Then again, there was a strong feeling among them that Azimio seemingly is coming out as if it is comprising of 3 political parties. That is ODM, Wiper, and Jubilee. Then they had a problem with the issue of selection or nomination of the running mate to Azimio la Umoja presidential candidate. So they gave an ultimatum of 48 hours to Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta. And today, we have seen Raila Odinga, who is the Azimio la Umoja flag bearer, meeting with these leaders. Largely, I have seen the leaders from Ukambani region. Yesterday, there was Wamunyina, not Wamunyina, by the way, Azimio representing the group. But I have not seen him today. And so, they suppose Raila Odinga shared out on his Facebook page after meeting with these leaders just to understand how they can resolve these issues. And this is what Raila Odinga is saying on his Facebook page, if you allow me to read. A great meeting this morning with Azimio parties to foster the interest of our coalition inclusivity, equity, and the need for regular consultations formed part of today's agenda. Hashtag inawezekana. That is Raila Odinga. Now, we want to check on some of the resolutions of this meeting. But before we go deep into that, I have a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you have not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you'll always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, among the key issues that was resolved in this meeting was to expand the council up to 11 members. The council here is the top organ of the Azimio la Umoja. So it has been expanded up to 11 members to resolve the issue of inclusivity. Because these leaders complained yesterday that they are feeling that they are being sidelined. They are not on the top table where a decision is being made. So they have allowed more members on that table so that they can feel that they are a part of the decision that is being made as they go forward. So I think with that one, everyone accepted to it. Then secondly, these leaders have again agreed not to create other fiction within the coalition. Because already there was a dissenting voice here. The 8 political party among the 27 had already coming out like a kind of a coalition. So it means if these leaders were not going to listen to these issues, these 8 political parties were going to walk out and either join Kenya Kwanza or go alone. So they have resolved that they will not form any other fiction within the alliance. So if they have any problem through the other members that have been added to the top organ of this coalition, they can air out their problems. Then number 3, on the issue of running mate, these leaders agreed that all parties in the coalition would be consulted before candidate is picked. Remember, there was rumors that Kalonzo Musyoka is the de facto running mate Raila Odinga. These other political parties were not aware on how they reached on Kalonzo Musyoka as the most preferred running mate Raila Odinga. So Raila has made it clear that they have not agreed on who is going to be the running mate, in as much the rumors is out there. So they are agreeing that they will all be consulted before they unveil the running mate Raila Odinga. So if there was a problem with Alfred Mutua, Governor Kibwana, or Charity Ngilu and the team, now the issue has been resolved. They are aware that Kalonzo is not the de facto running mate. But in my view, I strongly believe that Kalonzo Musyoka, to support Raila Odinga, his political interest was taken care of. And the lowest Kalonzo Musyoka was going for was to play second fiddle to Raila Odinga. That means there is no any other position you will give Kalonzo Musyoka and convince him to support Raila Odinga if it is not a running mate position. So, whether they're being told that the issue of running mate is not yet dealt with, the truth of the matter is that wanachezwa. Na kama hawachezi, wanapangwa. That is the truth. So, no matter what will happen, whichever formula they will use, these three political parties, Wiper, Jubilee, and ODM, they will ensure that they will arrive at Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as the best bet for Raila Odinga. They are going to coerce this other political party because these are 7. There are 8. What about the remaining 19? It is very easy for 19 to support this team, then this 8, kwa sababu Kenya ni nchi ya demokrasia, wengi wape. So whether Alfred Mutua, Charity Ngilu, or Kibwana are not happy with the Kalonzo Musyoka deputizing Raila Odinga, it will happen. So they have to accept that. That's another issue. Now, again, this team agreed that there will be no zoning for political parties when picking the coalition flag bearers as was proposed by some of the leaders. Remember, Alfred Mutua was so much angry with the issue of zoning. And you know, when it comes to zoning, definitely it was going to affect these other small political parties. They were going to be killed. Because definitely they were going to focus more on ODM, Wiper, and Jubilee Party. So if you say Wiper tunawachia Ukambani region, how do you deal with the issue of NAK, Muungano Party, and the Chap Chap? That's why these 3 governors had a serious issue with the zoning, because we are simply kicking them out of the field. I'm saying this because it has happened in Western region. Look at how ODM dealt with the DAP party. They were pushed to the wall because DAP had come all the way from Bungoma, Trans Nzoia to Kakamega. They were now heading to Vihiga and Busia. So ODM realized that this one is going to be a threat, and they had to stop it. They managed. So Wiper was going to do the same thing to these people in Ukambani region. So by resolving that zoning will not happen, definitely they have solved the biggest and the huge problem these leaders were seeing into this coalition. And by the way, if they were not going to deal with the issue of zoning, I'm sure we have some parties that were going to walk out. Because definitely, in politics, interest comes first. So these parties have their own political interest, and their main interest is to win elective seats. So if you say zoning in areas where they feel they can get a person there in their party, what you are doing, you are killing them. So when zoning issue was dealt with, as Raila has managed this, I'm sure everyone has been relieved, and now they can easily support Raila Odinga because there's no any threat to kill their parties. And now I think, in my view, Raila Odinga did the right thing to reach out to these leaders as quick as possible. Because now they will feel that Raila actually has a space for them. he valued them. But if he was going to delay on how they have been delaying in negotiating with Raila Odinga, these leaders were going to feel that they have no space in Azimio. And it was going to be very easy to walk out and join William Samoei Ruto. Because they have up to, is it on 9th or what? They still have some time. That's why they were giving an ultimatum of 48 hours. So to massage their ego, Raila has told them, we are going to have equality. But where is the equality there? Can you compare Chap Party to ODM or Jubilee or even Wiper? They cannot be equal. But just to massage their egos, equality is coming in. Consultation. The same way you're going to consult Kalonzo Musyoka and his team, it's not the same way you're going to consult Kivutha Kibwana with the Muungano Party, sababu hatujui ako na wabunge wangapi na MC wangapi. It's not the same way you're going to consult Charity Ngilu or Chap Party. So in as much as there is inclusivity, they have added numbers there. The reality is that these bigger parties are going to consider more when it comes to decision making. The issue of inclusivity, that is the best, because it was very bad for these people to feel that they are being sidelined. So on that one, I think they played very nicely. The only issue here that I always wonder with the people from Western region, ukienda kwa Ruto, wanapangwa. Hata hapa kwa Baba, wanapangwa. Yesterday, I saw Azimio with this team. Very angry man. But today, I don't know who has represented the DAP party, Democratic Action Party, in this meeting. I don't know who represented them. Because I have seen party leaders. Raila Odinga picked his phone and called Alfred Mutua. That time, Alfred Mutua was in a meeting with Chap members. And they were consulting on what next in case they will not be part of Azimio. It was live, streaming on Alfred Mutua's Facebook. So Mutua picked Raila Odinga's phone, he responded, and he told the people that this is Raila calling me, and he went for the meeting. I don't know who represented Wafula Wamunyinyi, the DAP party leader. I don't know if they were called. You see the issue here. So that's the funny thing. But anyway, all in all, I think Azimio, they are playing their politics very smart. At the right time, they're going to unveil Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And by the way, we have the polls open on this channel from yesterday, today, and we are going to close maybe tomorrow. And we were asking one question: who is the best running mate Raila Odinga? And the options we had was Peter Kenneth, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, and Martha Karua. I see many people are voting for Martha Karua. So if you have time, go and vote. And we are going to unveil our results. Then also we can analyze it. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you. But please remember to share our video to other platforms. Help us to grow this channel. See you in our next video.